Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Today I am come with a new topic with a new video, that is bryophyta. Here in this video I am going to give you a concise idea about the plant group bryophyta. It's a very interesting plant group. Let's start. Bryophyta is a plant group that comes under the group Embryophyta. Embryo is what that is actually formed after the fertilization. When the male and female gametes are fused to form zygote, that zygote develops to form embryo. So all the plant groups are not ready to form embryo, but there are some plant groups that can produce embryo. So that plant group is called the embryophyta. And that embryophyta is divided into two class, that is the tracheophyta having vascular tissue and bryophyta without vascular tissue. So here bryophyta is our topic for discussion today. This plant group is generally found in moist and shady places in a swamp area. Their body type is thallus. Thallus like body they possess. What is thallus? Thallus is which is a plant body which is not differentiated into root, stem and leaf. It's a prostate structure. That prostate structure can adhere with the substratum by the help of the rhizoids, which is a root-like structure. A very interesting fact about this plant group is they are called as an amphibian of the plant kingdom. But why are they called so? They are called amphibian because they require water during their reproduction. During reproduction, what happens? The male gametes can swim by the presence of water and they can reach to the female reproductive structure. If there is no water, male gametes couldn't be able to reach to the female reproductive structure. So here water is very much necessary for reproduction. And as they are possessing two habitat in throughout their life cycle, that is the land habitat as well as the aquatic habitat, so that's why they are actually called the amphibian of the plant kingdom. Their body size actually depends varies between 1 to 3 centimeter to 60 centimeter and height within 60 centimeter. So now come to the classification. Bryophyta is a plant group which is classified into three groups, that is Hepaticopsida, the first group, the first class, that is also called liverworts. Second, Anthoceratopsida, which is also called hornworts, and Bryopsida, which is also called moss. This is classified by the scientist named Proskauer in 1957. Bryophyta, throughout their life cycle, they possesses two phases, that is gametophytic phases and another is sporophytic phases. So they have haploid phase, that is gametophytic. We know that the gametes are haploid, so that's why gametophytic phase is a haploid phase and the sporophytic phase which is diploid, so they have diploidic phase also. So haploid and diploid both are the two phases we can see in the life cycle of the bryophyta. And the gametophytic phase is the main phase and sporophytic phase is actually depends on the gametophytic phase. As haploid and diploid, both the phases we can find in one life cycle, that's why their life cycle is called haplodiplontic life cycle. Now I am coming in detail with the gametophytic structure and sporophytic structure. The gametophytic plant body and sporophytic plant body of three different classes, that is Hepaticopsida and Anthoceratopsida and Bryopsida. Here is the gametophytic structure of Hepaticopsida. Hepaticopsida is a thallus-like structure, has thallus-like structure. That is the thallus. Their thallus is dichotomous in branching. Dichotomous branching means the thallus is, suppose this is a thallus, it is divided to form two parts. Then this part divide into two parts. So whenever they are dividing, they forms two parts. That is called the dichotomous. So the thallus possesses dichotomous branching and they form a rosette structure. Here is the dorsal side of the thallus. There is a midrib. We can see midrib on the dorsal side. And in the ventral side, there is a rhizoids and scales. Scales are multicellular. Rhizoids are of two types. That is smooth-walled rhizoids and that is called tuberculated rhizoid. Tuberculated rhizoids are also called pegged rhizoids. Gametophytic structure of the Anthoceratopsida. This is the gametophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida. This is also a thallus-like structure. The green part, this is the thallus. This thallus is attached with the substratum by the help of the rhizoids. These rhizoids are root-like structure. Their functions is similar to roots because they helps the thallus to attach with the substratum, also absorb water. Because they possesses chlorophyll, they have the tendency to have photosynthesis. So these are they helps as a root. These structure rhizoids acts as a root. So this is the gametophytic structure and the erect structure. This erect structure is the sporophytic plant body. This is the sporophytic structure. Now this is the Bryopsida. This is the gametophytic structure of Bryopsida. In primary stage of gametophyte, in the primary stage, the gametophyte forms this structure. This is called the protonema. At the nodal region, there is a gametophore. This is a leafy structure, gametophore. And there is a rhizoid. These are rhizoids that helps acts as a root, as similar to the Anthoceratopsida and Hepaticopsida. And these are the rhizoidal branch. And these branches is called chloronemal branch. As they are possessing chlorophyll, that's why these branches are called chloronemal branch. But Bryopsida is a higher group of bryophyte because in Hepaticopsida and Anthoceratopsida we see that there is a prostate structure. But here in the Bryopsida we can see that the structure is trying to be erect. The rhizoids are developed. They are forming different branches and the structure is tried to be erect. So this is the higher group of bryophyta, that is the Bryopsida. So these are all about the gametophytic structure of these are all about the vegetative structure, that is the gametophytic plant body, structure of the gametophytic plant body. Now I am coming to the reproductive part. Gamete producing structure. Okay, so these three, that is Hepaticopsida, Anthoceratopsida and Bryopsida, these three are gametophytic plant body. Here is the male gametophytic structure. Male gametophytic structure. This is the thallus and that is the male gametophytic structure. That structure produce male gametes. Male gametophytic structure of the Hepaticopsida is called antheridiophore. Male reproductive structure or male gametophytic structure is called antheridiophore. So if we cross section this structure, we can find that there is a antheridial chamber. This white space is the antheridial chamber and within these yellow portions are the antheridium, within which sperms are produced or the male gametes are produced. The antheridium is actually embedded within the thallus. So these are the thallus and the antheridium are embedded within these. So this is the structure of male gametophyte of the Hepaticopsida. Here is single antheridium. This is the single antheridium. This is the jacket layer. Blue portion is the jacket. Within this there is a sperm mother cells. Sperm mother cells get matured to form sperm. This is the sperm flagellated sperm. This flagella helps the sperm to swim to reach to the archegonium, that is to the female gametophytic structure. Here is the male gametophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida. Anthoceratopsida, the same thing is here. This is the antheridial chamber within which these are the antheridium, and this is the antheridium, a single antheridium. Jacket layer within which there is a sperm mother cells, and sperm mother cells develop to form sperms, flagellated sperm. So this is the structure of male gametophyte of Anthoceratopsida. Here is the male gametophytic structure of Bryopsida, the higher group of Bryophyta. The blue portion is antheridium, and these are the androcytes mass coming out from the antheridium. And here two structure we can differentiate from the other group of the Bryophyte. That is, one is the presence of paraphysis, and another is this green part is called the leaves like structure. So this antheridium is separated here in this picture. These are the antheridium, and this is operculum, a lead like structure which burst open to release the spores. These are the spore mother cells developed to form spore, a flagellated spore. These are the jacket, and this is the stalk. These are the sperms. These two are the sperms, flagellated sperms. Okay, so this is the structure of male gametophyte of the Bryopsida, the third group of Bryophyta. You can pause my video and take a screenshot of that diagrams. These diagrams are very much important. Now I am coming to the female gametophytic structure, that is archegoniophore. Female gametophytic structure is called the archegoniophore. So the first group, that is Hepaticopsida. Third, this is the thallus, and that is the archegoniophore. If we cross sectioned that part, we can see the structure inside like that. This violet portion is the archegonium, and within the archegonium there is a red portion, that is the egg. This is the archegonium covered by a membrane. At the upper part of the thallus there is a air pore, air chamber. Here a single archegonium is separated. This is the egg. This portion is called the venter, and this is the ventral canal cell, and this is the neck. The cells inside the neck is called the neck canal cells. So archegonium comprises with neck canal cells, ventral canal cells, egg, and that is the venter. So this is the archegoniophore or archegonium of the Hepaticopsida, the first group of Bryophyte. This is the female gametophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida. This is the archegonium of Anthoceratopsida. It's nearly a mature archegonium. This is the neck canal cells, ventral canal cell, egg cells, cover cells. And this is the picture of archegonium with egg ready for fertilization. This is egg. So this is the female gametophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida. This is the structure of female gametophytic archegonia of Bryopsida. Here these are the leaves. This is the archegonia. Here the single archegonia separated. Here these are neck canal cells, neck, ventral canal cell. The same structure, the same parts, but the structures are different in three groups. So these are all about the male and female gametophytic structure. The reproductive part, gamete producing, male gamete producing structures and female gamete producing structures of the three groups of the Bryophyta. Here I have to mention that in Hepaticopsida there is a one species Merkensia. They possesses a asexual reproductive structure, that is gamma cup. On the thallus they produce that kind of structure called gamma cup. If we cross section the gamma cup, that is looks like that. Within the cup there is a gamma. That gamma gets separate from the cup and can germinate to form the new thallus. So this is a asexual mode of reproduction of the Hepaticopsida. And gametophytic structure, we have just learned that the male gametophytic structure, female gametophytic structure, they produce the gametes, male gametes, female gametes, which are ready for the sexual reproduction. Now I am coming to the sporophytic structure. Now I am coming to the structures of sporophytic plant body, that is sporophytic structure. This is the sporophytic structure of the Hepaticopsida. So here I want to say one thing, that when the gametes produce in the consecutive structure, that is in male gametes and female gametophytic structure, Antheridio4 produces male gametes, Archigonio4 produces female gametes, and that gametes fuse to form zygote. That zygote develops to form embryo. That embryo develops to form the sporophytic structure. So here a question may come in your mind, that when the sporophytic structures develop. So sporophytic structures are developed from the gametophytic structures. That when the gametes are fused to form zygote, that zygote develops to form embryo, and embryo develops to form the spore bearing structure, that is sporophytic structure. So here we are going to study the spore bearing structure of these three class: Hepaticopsida, sporophytic structure of the Hepaticopsida, sporophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida, and the sporophytic structure of Bryopsida. So the first group, Hepaticopsida, has sporophytic structure like this. This is the foot. The sporophytic structure is basically divided into three parts: foot, seta, and capsule. This is the capsule, within which the black colored spores are there, and this is the seta, and that is foot. So here structure we are find that with the spores, that is this black colored structure, is called the elaters. These elaters are helps the spore to liberate out. They call the spore to get out from the capsule. Their function is like that. So these are the outer covering of the capsule. This is seta, and that is called calyptra. The blue portion is called calyptra, and that is the total sporophytic structure of the Hepaticopsida. This is the sporophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida, that is the second group. This is the sporophytic structure of Anthoceratopsida. Here these are the spore mother cells. They develop to form spores. With the spore there are pseudo-elaters. In Hepaticopsida we found that there are elaters, but here in Anthoceratopsida there are pseudo-elaters. These are the foot. Seta is absent here. Only foot and capsule. This portion is called capsule. Within the capsule there is a middle central cylinder of green portion. This is the columella. But in case of Hepaticopsida, I am just comparing these two diagram. Look at here. Here in the capsule there is no columella. But here in Anthoceratopsida there is a columella. At the central part of the capsule there is a columella. This is the sterile tissue that forms that columella. And there are spores and pseudo-elaters. Elaters and pseudo-elaters both are helps the spore to get out of the capsule. Here is the sporophytic structure of Bryopsida, that is the higher group of Bryophyta. This is their sporophytic body, and that is their gametophytic body. From the gametophytic body the sporophytic structures develop. That is the foot, seta, and this is the capsule. At the front part of the capsule there is a calyptra. So here the only capsule is separated, and to show you the inner structure, this is the peristome teeth. That is the speciality of the Bryopsida. They have peristome teeth in the capsule. When the capsule become mature, they open their operculum, and then the peristome teeth actually twist it to open the path for liberation of the spores. So here is the internal structure of the capsule. These are the peristome teeth. There is two sets of peristome teeth, outer and inner peristome. So whenever the peristome teeth are open, the spores get liberated out from the capsule. Here I am showing you the life cycle of Hepaticopsida. Now we have a clear idea about the structure of the gametophytic plant body, sporophytic plant body. Now you can easily catch the life cycle, how they possess their life cycle. So these are the two consecutive structures, female reproductive structure and male reproductive structure. Here one thing you have to remember, that each of these thallus are producing their sexual body. Female reproductive structures are producing in separate thallus, and male reproductive structures are produced in another thallus. So they are not homothallic, they are heterothallic. Heterothallic means reproductive structures, the gametophytic structures are produced in separate thallus. If in a single thallus there are both the gametophytic structures are produced, then we call them as a homothallic. So here this is a heterothallic. So consecutive structures produces the male gametes and female gametes. So here these are the antheridium producing antherozoids, and these are archegonium producing young egg. Now the antherozoid, the sperm, get entered into the archegonium and fertilized. After fertilization, the sporophytes develop. This young sporophyte now, by mitosis cell division, it produces spores inside them, and when the capsule get matured, it liberates the spore outside of the capsule. Then that spore develops to form these two structures. So these are the life cycle of the Hepaticopsida. Here this is the diploid stage, and these are the gametophytic stage. Diploid stage persists very little time, but the most of the time of their life cycle they possess the the haploitic phase. So both are the phases here happen. Here is present here the haploitic and diploitic. That's why their life cycle is called the haplodiploidic life cycle. Here I am showing you another example of life cycle, that is the life cycle of Bryopsida. These are the protonema, that is primitive gametophytic structure of Bryopsida. Primary protonema, when a structure developed from primary protonema, that is secondary protonema, and within the secondary protonema there is a bud. That bud produces female gametophyte and male gametophyte as well. Male gametophytic structures produces antheridium, female gametophytic structure produces archegonium, and these two consecutive structures produces their gametes, and after fertilization the zygote is formed. Then this zygote develops to form the sporophytic structure, that is twin structure, diploidic phase. Now this sporophyte, from the sporophyte, this is the capsule. By meiosis cell division it produces spore, and then the spore liberated out from the capsule, and then it's germinate to form the gametophytic structure. So this is the life cycle of Bryopsida. The basic life cycle procedure is same for three classes. So these are all about the give you the clear idea about the Bryophyta. Now come to the examples. Here is the examples of Bryophyta: Hepaticopsida, Riccia glauca, Riccia fluitans, Merkensia palmata, Merkensia polymorpha. For Anthoceratopsida, Anthocerus erectus, Ceratophyllum, Physocerus, Bryopsida sphagnum, Polygonetum, Funaria hygrometrica. These are some important and common examples of Bryophyta. Now I want to focus on the importance of the bryophyta, because there are bryophytes the plant group. They have very much they are very important in different aspects. First, they protect us from landslides, as they have the water holding capacity. They can hold the soil particle also, so that's why they are protect the landslides. Moss group, that is the bryopsida, helps in pit soil formation. As sphagnum has water holding capacity, so they are used in the nursery bed preparation. Sphagnum can maintain the acidity of the soil, that's why they are also called the auxilophytes. In hill region, high altitude area, mosses are used as a food. In the polluted area, in we can't find any biophytes, and they are used as a pollution indicator also. Sphagnol is a medicine that is obtained from the sphagnum, used for the skin treatment. So these are very important aspects of the bryophytes. So I think I can give you a clear about the idea about the bryophyte, a clear outline about the bryophyte. So if this video is, if you feel it's helpful to you, if you get benefited by my video, then please like and share. And if you have, and if you dislike my video, please also let me know in my comment section. And if you have any topic recommendations, then please also let me know in the comment sections. Thank you for watching my video. We will meet on the next video with a new topic. Then till then, stay safe. Thank you.